Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius friend. How are you doing? I'm excited to have you here for your detailed tarot reading, relevant for the second half of April 2025. I've cleansed the energy here and meditated on your cards, tuning into the frequencies that align with your Sagittarius spirit. Let's begin by discovering the affirmation that calls to you most powerfully in this time. I am adaptable and flexible. This phrase chose you, so whisper it softly or declare it boldly with me, allowing its calming essence to fill your being. I am adaptable and flexible. I am adaptable and flexible. Now let's get into your reading by drawing the three main tarot cards guiding these 2 weeks. We have Six of Swords, Eight of Cups, and Six of Wands. Alongside these, we have the Oracle card Hare from the Spirit Animal Wisdom deck, while your Tea Leaf Fortune card is Ear. Let's start with the Six of Swords. This card often speaks of transitions and moving away from troubled waters into a space of calmer understanding. For you, it seems like the second half of April might be a time when you begin to leave behind some emotional baggage or a difficult situation that's been weighing you down. Imagine you've been driving along a winding road, and after a stretch of stormy weather, you see the clouds start to part as you near a gentle river. That's the feeling here, a shift, a journey from pain or confusion to clarity and peace. Perhaps you've been feeling like you're caught between holding on to what hurts and knowing deep inside that it's time for a change. Have you been noticing a pull toward new beginnings? Maybe even a subtle invitation from the universe to move on? It might be a good time to think about what you're leaving behind and where you really want to go. Picture yourself on a quiet ferry ride. Maybe you're ready to set your sights on a destination that feels lighter, more promising. Then we have the Eight of Cups, which builds on that theme of departure, but adds a bit of soul-searching into the mix. This card tells me that there's a part of you that has realized some emotional investments or situations no longer serve your higher purpose. For a Sagittarius like you, who loves adventure and the pursuit of truth, this card is like a nudge to walk away from what doesn't light up your spirit. Think of it as packing up your favorite things and leaving behind a house that's lost its warmth. You might have been holding on to relationships, habits, or even dreams that no longer spark joy. It can be both heartbreaking and liberating to let go, and that's why this card invites you to consider what really matters. Have you felt a tug in your heart that says enough is enough? It might be time to ask yourself if what you're clinging to is truly aligned with who you are now or with who you're becoming. Sometimes moving on means making space for something more meaningful, and it could be as simple as stepping away from a long-held idea and embracing a new way of being. Now let's brighten the scene with the Six of Wands. This card is all about victory, recognition, and moving forward with confidence after those challenging transitions. After the ride on the ferry, this is the moment when you emerge into the sunlight with your head held high. For you, it signals that all that effort of leaving behind what doesn't serve you is going to be rewarded. Imagine finishing a long race and feeling that rush of pride as you cross the finish line, a warm cheer from the sidelines, a moment of validation. It might be in your career, a personal project, or even in the way you're handling your personal growth. As a Sagittarius, you're naturally brave and adventurous, and this card reminds you that your courage to move forward is not going unnoticed. It might be a new opportunity, a personal breakthrough, or recognition from people who see your true potential. How do you feel about celebrating small victories in your life? Maybe this is a perfect time to acknowledge just how far you've come, even if the path wasn't always clear. Feeling a connection with this reading? Please help me with a like and subscribe to the channel. Bringing in the energy of the Oracle card, the Hare, we're invited to tap into a deep, personal strength that you might not even be fully aware of. The Hare is a powerful symbol of both independence and cunning, encouraging you to trust in your own abilities and inner wisdom. It's as if this little messenger is whispering, "You have everything you need inside you. It's time to trust yourself." Think about a moment when you had to make a quick, decisive move. A time when you listened to your intuition and it led you exactly where you needed to go. The hare wants you to create some space in your life, to sit quietly with your thoughts, to really tune into your own needs. It's a call to find that inner sanctuary where you can assess what you truly desire before leaping into action. Maybe you've been feeling pulled in different directions, and the hare is gently suggesting that the answers lie within. Have you taken a moment to sit in silence and listen to your own heartbeat lately? Reflect on times when being alone with your thoughts gave you clarity and strength, and consider how that might be your guiding light in this period of change. Finally, we have the tea leaf card, the ear, which brings an optimistic message of soon receiving uplifting news. Imagine a time when you were in the middle of a long, cold winter, and then suddenly you heard the first chirping of birds. It's that promise of better times ahead. The ear is here to remind you that despite any lingering doubts or the heaviness of recent transitions, there's a breeze of good news on its way. This card is not just about hearing pleasant sounds. It's a signal to let go of negative attitudes and open yourself up to the possibility of brighter, more positive experiences. Have you noticed any little whispers of encouragement around you? Maybe a friend's kind word or a small sign that things are starting to turn around? The message here is clear. Let the positive vibrations in, and don't let the dark thoughts take over your space. Just like turning on a light in a dim room, this card invites you to shift your focus towards the things that lift you up. What good news have you been hoping for? Sometimes, it's the simple reminder that even in the midst of change, there's always a reason to smile and celebrate. When we bring all these cards together, we see a beautiful narrative unfolding for your second half of April. The journey starts with the recognition that change is coming, a shift from the difficult or stagnant parts of your life, as seen in the Six of Swords and Eight of Cups. You're in a process of leaving behind what no longer serves you, which may feel bittersweet at times. Imagine it like cleaning out an old closet. You're making room for the new, even if it means letting go of something familiar. For you, as a Sagittarius who craves freedom and truth, this process is deeply transformative. It's a reminder that sometimes you have to let go of what you thought was safe to make way for something that truly aligns with your inner calling. Then, as you step into this new phase, the Six of Wands brings a wave of victorious energy. It's as if the universe is saying, hey, all your hard work and tough decisions are going to pay off. This is your moment to stand tall and bask in the glow of your own achievements. Whether it's a personal breakthrough, a renewed sense of confidence, or the start of a new chapter that fills you with excitement, you're stepping into a space where recognition and success are waiting for you. It might even be a time where others notice the positive changes in you, and you find that your efforts are both seen and celebrated. Have you experienced a moment recently where you felt truly proud of yourself? This card encourages you to hold on to that feeling, let it fuel your next steps, and trust that your path is unfolding exactly as it should. Now, interwoven with these tarot cards is the gentle reminder from the hare. This little symbol is like a loving nudge, urging you to trust in your own strength. It's easy to overlook how resilient and resourceful you are when life feels overwhelming, but the hare is here to make sure you don't forget. Picture yourself in a quiet, peaceful place where you can really hear your own thoughts. A walk in nature, a quiet evening with a cup of tea, or even a moment of meditation. This card invites you to be a bit more independent, to think on your own, and to realize that you hold all the answers you need. What decisions have you been putting off because you doubted your own strength? Maybe it's time to listen to that inner voice that's been patiently waiting for you to acknowledge your own power. And then there's the ear, a gentle harbinger of good news. Just when you might be feeling a bit low from the emotional farewells in the Eight of Cups, or the uncertainties of leaving old ways behind, this card promises that there is positive energy on its way. Think of it as the universe leaning in close and whispering, better days are coming. It's like waiting for a phone call from a friend you haven't heard from in a while, only to discover that they've been thinking of you all along and have some wonderful news to share. This card gently encourages you to shed any lingering negativity and to be open to receiving joy and encouragement from all around you. Have you been open to the little miracles in life lately? Sometimes the smallest hints can lead to the biggest shifts in our mood and perspective. When I look at the combined energy of these cards, I see a clear message of transformation, growth, and ultimately triumph. The second half of April might bring about significant changes. Transitions from what no longer benefits you into a phase where your inner light can shine brightly. You might find yourself questioning long-held beliefs or relationships, yet that very process is paving the way for something new and more fulfilling. The changes could be in your career, your personal relationships, or even in your own self-image. Imagine ending a long, tiring chapter and beginning a fresh story that feels lighter and more in tune with who you are. As a Sagittarius, your natural optimism and quest for meaning make you uniquely equipped to navigate these changes. You're someone who isn't afraid to explore uncharted territories, and that adventurous spirit will serve you well as you let go of the old and embrace the new. There may be moments when the journey feels a bit overwhelming, like you're caught between the bittersweet emotions of leaving and the hopeful excitement of what's coming next. But remember, every time you decide to walk away from something that holds you back, you're actually paving the way for success and joy in another part of your life. Think about times in your past when you took a leap of faith. Maybe it was moving to a new city, starting a new job, or even ending a relationship that no longer made you happy. Although the decision might have been hard, it ultimately led you to a better, more authentic place. Now, these cards are inviting you to trust that inner wisdom once again. As you reflect on the Six of Swords, ask yourself, what are the currents in your life that are guiding you away from troubled waters? Maybe there's a part of your work or personal life that's been dragging you down. How do you feel about making that transition? With the Eight of Cups in play, you might wonder what emotional ties or past habits you've been holding on to. Is it time to gently let them go so that you can step into a more joyful, unburdened existence? And as you bask in the victorious energy of the Six of Wands, consider the successes that have built you up. What victories, big or small, can you celebrate right now? Sometimes, the best way to honor your journey is to recognize and applaud how far you've come, even if the road ahead seems uncertain. The Hare gently asks you to create a quiet space in your life where you can truly reflect. Have you set aside a moment recently just for yourself, away from the noise of everyday responsibilities? Use that time to connect with your inner strength, to remind yourself that you have all the answers you need within. And finally, the ear is a beautiful reminder to stay open. Perhaps there's a message waiting for you, a phone call, a kind word from a friend, or even an unexpected opportunity that's about to brighten your day. How can you shift your focus to welcome these little blessings? Sometimes, all it takes is a small change in perspective to see the light breaking through the darkness. All of these cards together are painting a picture of a period filled with both change and promise. You're being asked to trust the journey, to have faith in the process of letting go and starting anew, and to know that every step you take, even the ones that seem difficult, is leading you toward a more authentic, triumphant version of yourself. It's as if the universe has arranged these messages specifically for you, dear Sagittarius, knowing that your free spirit, intellectual curiosity, and bold heart are ready for this next adventure. So as you move into the latter half of April, consider embracing the change with a mix of gentle acceptance and vibrant enthusiasm. Let the soothing currents of the Six of Swords remind you that peace is just a step away, while the Eight of Cups encourages you to leave behind what no longer fuels your passion. Celebrate every victory, no matter how small, as shown by the Six of Wands, and draw on your inner strength as the Hare inspires you to trust in your own abilities. And don't forget, the promise of good news from the ear is a sweet reassurance that even in times of transition, positivity is on the horizon. Take a moment to sit quietly and ask yourself, what parts of my life are ready to change? What victories can I celebrate today? How can I create a space for my inner voice to be heard clearly? And what good news might be just around the corner, waiting to lift my spirits even higher? Reflect on these questions as you go through your days, and know that every step you take is a courageous move toward a brighter, more fulfilling future. Imagine waking up to unexpected money flowing into your life. That's the power of the money wave. Don't wait, start manifesting wealth today by clicking the link in the description. Next up, we have the key theme of love and relationships. Your true love oracle card is the Distorted Feminine, and the tarot card is Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords often speaks to feelings of being trapped or limited, but the first thing to remember is that these limitations are often in our own minds. In matters of love and relationships, this card might be pointing out how you could be holding yourself back. Maybe you've built up walls from past hurts, or perhaps you're feeling stuck in a situation that no longer serves you. Imagine feeling like you're caught in a maze where every turn seems to lead back to the same block, and you keep questioning if there's a way out. It could be that you're doubting your own worth, or that you're paralyzed by the fear of making the wrong choice. Are you finding yourself questioning whether you deserve the kind of love that lifts you up? Or, if you're in a relationship, are you feeling confined by expectations or unspoken rules that keep you from being your true self? These are the kinds of questions that might be bubbling up as you look at this card. Now, bringing in the energy of the card representing the Distorted Feminine, we see a call to recognize and heal the negative patterns that might be shadowing your love life or relationships. This card invites you to examine those moments when you may have felt overwhelmed by self-doubt or trapped in cycles of neediness and drama. Think of times when you might have let your emotions spiral into feelings of inadequacy, or when you found yourself caught up in a dynamic that leaves you feeling powerless. It's as if there's a whisper reminding you to step back and ask, where might I be holding on to old wounds or unhelpful habits? Whether you're dealing with a partner or looking for love, this card suggests that acknowledging and releasing these distortions is crucial for creating a healthier, more fulfilling connection. In the context of the broader energy for the second half of April, which promises transformation and a journey from the old to the new, these two cards together gently suggest that while there may be internal struggles in the realm of love, there's also an opportunity for growth and renewal. The Eight of Swords tells you that the cage you feel is not made of iron, but of self-imposed limits you can break free from by simply shifting your perspective. Maybe it's time to ask yourself, in what ways have I been my own obstacle when it comes to inviting love into my life? And if you're already in a relationship, could you be unintentionally trapping both yourself and your partner in a cycle of misunderstanding or unexpressed needs? On the flip side, the Distorted Feminine is a reminder that sometimes the patterns we see, the drama, the insecurity, even the manipulations, are signals that there's a deeper part of ourselves that still needs healing. It asks you to be honest. Are there moments when you've let past hurts color the present? Have you ever found yourself expecting something from your partner that you haven't clearly communicated? Or perhaps clinging to the notion that you're unworthy of the genuine love you desire? This card gently nudges you to step into the present, to let go of the old, and to create space for authenticity and emotional freedom. It's like being in a relationship with yourself first, recognizing that once you heal and embrace your full, authentic self, you naturally begin to attract relationships that honor that truth. Now consider how these insights from your love reading blend with the energy we discussed earlier. In the general reading, the messages were about transformation, recognizing your strength, and moving towards victory. Here, in love and relationships, the call is similar. It's time to let go of what no longer works, whether that's a self-limiting belief or a recurring pattern of emotional pain, and step into a space where you can celebrate the love that truly resonates with you. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to that no longer serves my happiness? Or how might I change my approach to be more open and less trapped by old fears? Perhaps you've noticed moments when you felt confined by your own negative thoughts about love? Or maybe you've experienced a relationship dynamic where you felt lost in a cycle of unspoken expectations. This reading encourages you to be curious about your own inner workings. It's an invitation to question the narrative that keeps you stuck. Could it be that by challenging these inner critics, you'll discover a deeper reservoir of strength, just like the gentle reminder of resilience from our general reading? Maybe the change you seek in love starts with a small, brave step, a conversation with your partner about how you really feel, or a quiet evening spent reflecting on what you truly desire from a relationship. In the end, these cards together are a powerful call for both awareness and action. The Eight of Swords asks you to see that the barriers in your love life might be more about your own perceptions than reality, while the distorted feminine pushes you to recognize and release those outdated patterns that no longer serve you. Whether you're navigating a single life or deep in a relationship, this is your invitation to embrace a new way of relating, a way that honors your true self, free of self-doubt and past hurts. So as you reflect on these messages, consider the times you might have felt stuck or trapped in your love life, and then ask, what if I could rewrite that story? What if I could transform those patterns into stepping stones towards a more vibrant, authentic connection? And, more importantly, what does your heart truly crave in love and relationships? This period in April is your chance to listen, to heal, and ultimately to open up to the love that is waiting for you, both within yourself and in your interactions with others. Take these thoughts to heart as you move forward, dear friend. With a clear mind and an open heart, you can break free from old limitations and create a space for new, transformative love. Next, let's explore possibilities for your career and education. Your Dreamweaver's Oracle card is Time to Feed the Hungry Heart, and the Tarot card is The Magician. The Magician is a card that bursts with energy and possibility. It tells you that you have all the tools you need right at your fingertips. Whether you're climbing the career ladder or tackling new academic challenges, this card is whispering that your resourcefulness, creativity, and inner drive are your superpowers. Imagine yourself standing at a workbench full of every tool imaginable, each one representing your unique skills and talents. In your career, you might be on the brink of launching a project, pitching a new idea, or even shifting into a role that feels like it was made just for you. Similarly, in education, it might mean that you're finally ready to piece together all the knowledge and passion you've gathered, turning your ideas into something real. Like writing that research paper, starting a new course, or mastering a skill that has been calling your name. But there's a gentle reminder here too. While the Magician pushes you to use your abilities and take bold steps, the Oracle card gently nudges you to slow down and nourish yourself along the way. The message about feeding your hungry heart is a call to balance that fire of creativity and drive with moments of rest and self-care. Think of it as making sure you don't run on empty. In the hustle of career moves or academic deadlines, it's so easy to get caught up in the frenzy of doing more, achieving more, and proving yourself. But, like a finely tuned instrument, you need to tune yourself as well. Have you been so busy juggling tasks and responsibilities that you've forgotten to pause and appreciate the little things that bring you joy? Maybe it's that quiet moment with your favorite book, a walk without a to-do list, or simply pausing to watch the sunset. These moments are not just indulgences. They're essential nourishment for your heart and soul, helping you recharge and ultimately perform even better in your career or studies. Now, when you look at the energy of these two cards together, you start to see a beautiful balance emerging. On one hand, you're being empowered to actively shape your future with all the brilliant ideas and skills you already possess. On the other, there's a clear reminder from the universe that in order to continue creating and achieving, you must also take care of your inner self. It's like planning a big journey. You need the map and the energy to travel, but you also need to pack some snacks, water, and a cozy blanket for the ride. Have you thought about how you can create a daily ritual that helps you both pursue your ambitions and care for your well-being? Perhaps it's carving out time in the morning to set your intentions, or in the evening to wind down and reflect on your progress with gratitude. Imagine a scenario at work where you're on the verge of launching a major project. The Magician's energy would remind you that every detail, from the creative brainstorming to the final presentation, is within your control. You have the expertise, the passion, and the practical know-how to make things happen. Yet, as deadlines loom and the pressure builds, the message to feed your hungry heart steps in as a gentle guide, urging you not to sacrifice your health or joy in the process. Ask yourself, am I giving myself enough breaks? Could a short walk or a quiet cup of tea spark fresh inspiration? These small acts of self-care might just be the secret ingredient that fuels your big breakthrough. On the education side, whether you're pursuing formal studies or indulging in self-learning, the Magician reminds you to harness your inner power to explore and create. It's that spark that turns an ordinary lesson into a moment of insight. But just as importantly, remember to step back and let your mind rest. The urge to constantly learn and absorb can sometimes lead to mental fatigue. How often do you allow yourself to enjoy a break, to let the information settle in while you do something that makes you smile? This is your cue to mix focused study with playful exploration, like diving into a subject purely for the joy of discovery rather than the pressure of achievement. When we fold these ideas into the larger canvas of your April energy, the message is clear. Transformation is on the horizon, but it's not just about moving forward at breakneck speed. It's about moving forward wisely, with both power and care. The general reading set the stage with themes of moving away from what no longer serves you and stepping into a space of renewed victory. Here in your career and education realm, the Magician is like the artisan of your destiny, actively crafting your future, while the call to feed your hungry heart ensures you don't forget to appreciate the beauty of the journey as you build it. Take a moment to reflect. How can you use your unique talents to create opportunities in your work or studies? And what small, nurturing acts can you weave into your busy days to keep your spirit bright and energized? These questions aren't just about professional success. They're about living a balanced life where achievement and self-care coexist harmoniously. Remember, the universe is cheering you on, not just to be the best at what you do, but to be the happiest and healthiest version of yourself while doing it. So as you step into the latter half of April, let the Magician inspire you to take bold, creative actions in your career or education, and let the reminder to feed your hungry heart keep you grounded, compassionate, and joyful along the way. Whether you're preparing for a new job opportunity, a project at work, or an exciting academic pursuit, this is your invitation to blend passion with self-love, ensuring that your journey forward is as fulfilling as it is successful. And now let's check out prospects for your personal and spiritual growth this week. Your self-care wisdom oracle card is Speak Up, and the tarot card is Five of Swords. The Five of Swords often brings up feelings of tension, unresolved disputes, or moments when winning feels like it comes at too great a cost. In the realm of personal growth, this card may be pointing to a time when you've been carrying around small battles or even a sense of defeat from past disagreements. Battles that have left you feeling isolated or misunderstood. It might be that you've experienced moments when arguments or hurtful interactions have chipped away at your inner peace. This card gently asks you to look within and acknowledge those scars. Have you noticed that sometimes, even when you avoid conflict, the hurt stays with you, quietly building into a storm of self-doubt or regret? It's as if every unresolved argument or unspoken word is slowly taking a toll on your sense of self. In the context of spiritual growth, this card might be showing up as a sign that your inner spirit is yearning for a more authentic, unburdened expression. A call to clear the air so that you can reconnect with the parts of yourself that feel true and whole. Now, pairing with the Five of Swords is the Oracle card that encourages you to speak up. This is a powerful message, gently but firmly telling you that avoiding conflict to maintain a fragile peace can actually lead to an internal battle far more challenging than any outward disagreement. It's a reminder that true peace begins with honest communication and a willingness to express your feelings. Think of it like holding a hot coal in your hand. If you never let go, the pain doesn't go away. It only builds and burns from the inside. The message here is to be brave and express what's truly in your heart, even if it feels risky or uncomfortable. This could mean sharing your true thoughts with someone close to you, or even having an honest conversation with yourself in a quiet moment of reflection. Ask yourself, what truths have I been holding back? In what ways have I compromised my inner peace by choosing silence over honest dialogue? By opening up, you not only free yourself from the weight of unspoken words, but you also pave the way for deeper, more authentic connections in your personal life and spiritual journey. When we weave together these two cards, a clear narrative unfolds for your personal and spiritual growth during this transformative period. The Five of Swords is gently urging you to confront those lingering conflicts or feelings of defeat that might be holding you back, while the call to speak up offers a way forward, a reminder that your inner battles can be eased by the simple act of voicing your truth. This isn't just about arguing or stirring up drama. It's about finding your voice so that you can heal those old wounds and reclaim the power that comes from honest expression. Picture it like cleaning out a cluttered room. Each item you let go of or organize makes space for something new and beautiful to enter your life. In your personal life, this reading may be highlighting moments when you felt misunderstood, or when you've let fear of conflict keep you from truly connecting with those around you. Maybe you've been playing the role of the peacemaker so often that your own needs got lost in the shuffle. Now is the time to ask yourself, what is the cost of my silence? Could opening up, even if it risks some discomfort, ultimately lead to more genuine relationships and self-acceptance? Think about a time when speaking your truth led to a breakthrough in understanding, maybe a moment when a difficult conversation brought you closer to someone or allowed you to see yourself more clearly. That's the kind of healing energy this reading is inviting you to embrace. On the spiritual front, the combination of these cards suggests that your journey toward inner peace is deeply connected to your ability to be authentic with yourself. The inner conflict, symbolized by the Five of Swords, can sometimes feel like a wall between your current self and the higher, more integrated version of you that you're striving to become. By choosing to speak up, to voice your inner truths and acknowledge your struggles, you begin to dissolve that barrier. Imagine sitting quietly in meditation, and as you speak your truth, you feel a weight lifting off your shoulders, allowing your inner light to shine through more brightly. Ask yourself, what parts of my spirit have I been keeping hidden out of fear or discomfort? And how might releasing those hidden parts transform my connection with the divine or my deeper self? When we fold these insights into the larger energy of April's second half, the message is one of courageous transformation. The general reading set the stage with themes of moving away from what no longer serves you and stepping into a new, more triumphant phase. Here, in your personal and spiritual growth, it's all about confronting and clearing away the residue of past conflicts. The energy of the Five of Swords, though it may initially feel heavy or challenging, is offering you a chance to reclaim your power by recognizing that your inner battles are best resolved when you allow yourself to be honest and vulnerable. And the call to speak up is not just about making noise, it's about creating space for healing conversations, self-reflection, and ultimately a deeper sense of peace. So as you move into these coming weeks, consider the ways in which you might have been holding yourself back from full expression. What truths have you kept locked away, and how might sharing them, whether with someone you trust or with your own inner self, lighten your load? Reflect on the moments when silence turned into internal strife, and ask yourself if it might be time to break that cycle. Your personal and spiritual evolution is calling you to a higher level of authenticity and courage, one where every step you take, even if it means facing uncomfortable truths, is a step toward a more liberated, joyful you. Remember, dear one, the journey of growth isn't about avoiding conflict, it's about embracing it as a necessary part of the process. Each time you choose to speak your truth, you chip away at the walls that separate you from your fullest potential. Trust that by doing so, you're not only healing yourself, but also paving the way for a more honest and compassionate existence, both within and around you. Embrace this chance to speak up and watch as it transforms the inner battles into stepping stones on your path toward true personal and spiritual freedom. Bringing everything together, and as I sit with these energies and feel the flow of the cards, there's a powerful message for you about the second half of April, a message of transformation, letting go of what's weighing you down, and stepping into a space where you can truly shine. There's a strong sense that this period is about change on many levels, emotionally, mentally, and even in the way you connect with others, your work, and your inner self. It's like standing at a crossroads where every choice can lead to a new beginning, a clearer path, and a brighter future. You might feel as though you're gently leaving behind old patterns and habits that no longer serve you. Perhaps you've been carrying the weight of past hurts or lingering doubts, and now it's time to set them free. Think about a time when you finally let go of something that was holding you back. Maybe it was a relationship that wasn't nurturing you, a job that drained your energy, or even a way of thinking that kept you stuck. Now imagine that feeling multiplied, like a soft breeze clearing the fog away from your mind. Can you see it? What parts of your life have been feeling stagnant, and how might you move forward if you allowed yourself to release them? At the same time, there's a vibrant spark of creativity and inner power waiting to burst forth. It's that quiet confidence that tells you you have everything you need within you to create the life you want. Whether it's diving into a new project at work, returning to school, or simply exploring a new hobby, there's an invitation here to use your skills and talents to shape your future. Have you been feeling that tug to start something new, something that really speaks to your soul? Maybe it's the idea of launching a passion project, seeking further education, or even taking a bold step in your career. The energy now is all about embracing those opportunities with open arms. In your love life and relationships, there's a call to be more honest with yourself and with those around you. It might be time to look at the ways you've been holding back, whether it's keeping quiet about your true feelings or staying in patterns that don't let you experience real connection. Picture a moment when you finally had that deep conversation that cleared the air and brought understanding. What if you allowed yourself to speak your truth more freely? What if, instead of avoiding conflicts, you use them as a chance to grow closer to someone, or to better understand your own needs? And when it comes to personal and spiritual growth, the vibe here is about clearing inner clutter. There may have been moments when you felt conflicted or even misunderstood by your own inner voice. Now is the time to let that voice out, to speak up, to be honest with yourself about what you're feeling. Imagine setting aside a quiet moment each day to journal, meditate, or just breathe. What if you could turn that inner conflict into a path for healing and self-discovery? Think of a time when a tough conversation or a hard truth led you to a breakthrough. How might your inner world transform if you embrace those moments as stepping stones rather than setbacks? Throughout all of these shifts, there's a gentle reminder that you are adaptable and flexible. Life is ever-changing, and you have the ability to adjust, grow, and find balance no matter what comes your way. Whether you're dealing with work challenges, navigating changes in relationships, or simply trying to reconnect with your true self, the message is clear. You have the strength to not only survive these changes, but to thrive in them. It's like you're a tree in a storm. The winds may bend you, but your roots hold you steady, and you always find a way to reach for the light again. Now, as I bring these thoughts together, I feel a deep sense of hope and possibility for you. Imagine stepping into the rest of April with a newfound clarity, where each day becomes a chance to rewrite your story. You're being encouraged to clear away what no longer fits, to trust your inner wisdom, and to boldly pursue your dreams, whether they're in love, your career, or your personal evolution. Life might throw challenges your way, but remember, you have the tools and the resilience to navigate them with grace and authenticity. In my heart, I see you moving forward with a strong sense of purpose and self-love. There's a beautiful journey ahead, one that calls you to be brave, to listen to your inner voice, and to step into your true power. Embrace the opportunities, learn from every twist and turn, and know that every moment is a chance to grow and shine. I believe that if you trust yourself and allow your light to guide you, the coming days will be filled with progress, joy, and a deep, satisfying peace. Stay open, stay true, and let the beauty of this transformation carry you to wonderful new beginnings. Enjoyed this reading? Please like the video and subscribe to the channel to never miss another reading.